All right, bro. So what's your name and where are you from?
My name's Harrison. I'm from Winchester, Virginia.
So let's just go with this, bro. We've been in here in the program for a couple weeks, but just tell us about your training or performance. What did it look like before joining our program?
Yeah, so I mean, like I was like I've always been fast, but I've always kind of like I've been searching, for ways really how to get faster. I haven't really had like a lot of direction, a lot of guidance on how to get faster. I mean, it was good, but I knew like there was still a lot left on the table. I know it could be a lot faster. So it wasn't bad, but it could have been a lot better. But now that changed, and now I'm a lot faster, a lot stronger, and yeah.
Well, I mean, that's typical, but let me ask you this, bro. Like what specific challenges were you facing? Was it injuries? Was it lack of explosiveness, confidence? Like tell me what some of the specific issues you were facing.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like a little bit of everything. Like I'd say confidence too, like just mentally, like I just get really nervous. Like I mean, I still do, but I wouldn't really believe in myself as much. But now, like I have the confidence to go out there and like I have like the mental strength and like I'm starting to visualize and prepare for my races. I never really did that before, and it's starting to really help me a lot. And yeah, I would say confidence is a huge one, and just like yeah, just like mental strength is probably like the biggest one I would say, and just like knowing what to do, like the right things to do, and yeah.
Okay, well, let's dig a little deeper.
Hmm.
Harrison, man, I guess when you say not knowing what things to do, like what does that mean?
Just like I guess like not knowing the specific things like to get faster, like or like you like recovery too, like not like I used to like not recover at all, and like I used to just like not get that much sleep, and like my diet, used to be trash, and like I just wasn't taking care of my body right too. Like outside of I just wasn't like taking care of my body and wasn't feeling my body correctly and stuff. But now I'm getting the proper sleep, getting the proper nutrition. But yeah, I'd say like recovery and just like my mental strength and just like not knowing like the proper like just recovery and workouts and like just like the training kind of schedule to follow. Like I'd say all that. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense, man.
Yeah.
That's common, right? But let me ask
Hmm.
you this, right? Not knowing that you didn't have the proper structure, right? The proper
Hmm.
training,
Yeah.
um, and even the ability to recover. All of those things are important.
Hmm.
But let's tie it into how did that affect you mentally and emotionally?
Yeah. It affected me like, oh, you mean like before getting faster?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like it just affected me like I knew like there was like a lot more like I knew I could be a lot faster like and it bothered me like because I knew I
Mm,
had so much more potential and I just
mm.
wasn't using it. Like I just didn't know the right, I didn't have the right structure. I don't have the best coach and my training's a little it's not the best. So it affected me like mentally I definitely was like, like it was bothering me for sure. Like I knew there was so much more I had, and but yeah, I just kind of just didn't know where to go, and I just really wanted like the right person to help me, and I just needed someone to like really guide me through it all.
Mm.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, Harrison, that's deep, man, and no deep
yeah,
down in you, you had more, but
hmm,
you just didn't know how to unlock it.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So let me ask you this then, man. Well, what goals or even opportunities, right, did you feel like were kind of slipping away?
Um, I don't know. Like, I guess, like, I don't know. Like like I was just kind of like staying the same. Like, I mean, every season I would get like a little bit but a little bit faster. But I wasn't like PRing by a lot. Not as much as I hope to do. And I feel like I felt like I was just leaving a lot on the table. Like the speed
Mm.
just wasn't. It just wasn't showing. Like it wasn't showing how I thought it would. How I thought it should
Mhm.
and yeah, I just wasn't really progressing as fast and the way I'd want to.
Man, that's deep, bro. Wow. So I guess, bro, like, did it kind of affect your confidence or your relationship with teammates,
Mhm.
coaches, or even by like, what about with family?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it definitely affected it. Like, even my dad was talking about, how he used to see me, like, my endurance was kind of dying down a little bit. I don't know throughout the season, and I always have a strong kick. He was telling me like, oh, like, your kick's not there, and I was like, I know, like, my endurance was kind of just not there, and my strength wasn't there, and I wanted to like do well for like my family and everything, like, cause
Mm.
and I, like when I when I wouldn't run well, I would kind of get down on myself and kind of just but yeah, I would say like yeah, like I just kind of just wasn't like just I kept getting down on myself and I just wasn't really seeing like the results I wanted to see.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow. So I guess, man, then walk us through how'd you even find out like about the program and like what did that decision kind of even look like?
Yeah, so I was scrolling through Insta, and then I saw you, and I was trying to find, I was just looking for different programs and stuff, and there's so much out there, and I was trying to find, the right pro. I was so focused on finding the right program, the right training methods, all that. But I'm glad I found you, and then I saw, your credentials and everything, and I saw that picture with you in the USA jersey and stuff, and I was like, oh man, this guy's legit. So then I saw all your, like the shorts that you posted about, the lifting, the right lifting to do, and I saw that free program. And I was actually going to join just the free program, but then I was like, let's dive a little bit deeper, and because I just wanted that one-on-one training, and yeah, I'm glad I made that decision. So
Well, Harrison, man, it's been a blessing for my team and I to get to know you this past 7 weeks as well.
yeah,
But let's keep it real, bro. Right? Like you said, there's a ton of people out there.
hmm
Right. So I imagine there must
yeah,
have been, some skepticism
oh
or
yeah, for sure.
tell me about that, man. Like what were you thinking when you learned about the program? I imagine there was some skepticism or even I guess excitement. Let me know.
Yeah, yeah. Like I was excited. Like I wanted to get going, but I mean, I had a feeling that you were, like legit and like really gonna help me. But yeah, like there was some skepticism, there was some doubt at first because people kind of, there's a lot of like coaches out there that in a lot of programs that are kind of just a waste of money, a waste of time that really aren't gonna help you. So I
Yeah.
was like, is this really gonna be worth it? Like I was hoping, I was praying that this was gonna be my answer, to all my problems because I was really searching for that, and it definitely was.
Well, tell me, man, what was some of your biggest doubts or hesitation?
Yeah. Oh, about doing it? I don't know. It's just like it's a big commitment because I mean, I don't know. Like I was just worried about not really just getting the right guidance. Because I just didn't
Mm.
want to go down the same path that I have been, and I really wanted something that was like truly gonna like get me out of the position that I was at. But I did, and I'm glad I made the decision, and I'm glad I'm joined.
Awesome,
Yeah.
bro. Well, then let's go with this then, man, right? Knowing that you had the skepticism, you really wanted some real guidance,
hmm
right? What made you say yes anyway?
Honestly, I took a leap of faith. Honestly, I took a leap of faith, and I saw, but also like I mean, I do my research too. Like, I was really looking at your videos for a long time before, and I was looking at what you posted, and like and it was all like legit stuff. It was real stuff, and yeah. So like I mean, I was really watching you beforehand, and I kind of was just like, okay, yeah, like this guy's gonna help me. I think.
Well, that's awesome,
Yeah,
bro. And
yeah,
I'm happy we've been able to do that. So
for
let's
sure.
just talk about where you are today.
Mhm.
So where are your performances now? Like, have you hit any PR since joining? Give me a rundown with that.
Yeah, so I've hit a well, it's kind of been a rough season. I had the hamstring strain going on, but and like I joined honestly like when I was injured. But yeah, I went from 11.84 and I got that down to 11.67. In just a matter of weeks, and I've only had one meet this entire season. It kind of sucks, but the first meet back, I PR'd. Like I dropped that down to 11.67, and I was like, man, I was like, that's all because of you. I was like, that's all because of him. And yeah, it was good. And then yeah, my 200, I didn't PR my 200, but I did PR on that 100 first meet back. And that felt really good.
Wow, bro. So let me just clarify this, right? So
Mhm.
you joined at 11.87, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
no, no, 11.84.
11.84,
Right,
then you got
11.84.
down
Yeah.
to 11.67
Yeah. Yes, sir.
in a matter of 6 weeks.
hmm
And you were injured for how long during this time?
I was injured for, I would say before I was injured for, ooh, man, it was like a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So essentially, we did our testing and immediately did injury prevention
hmm
and then came back and PR.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Well, let me ask you this, man. One, that's a blessing, right?
Absolutely.
But how does it feel to be, join the program, take that step of faith,
hmm
but then immediately getting hurt
hmm
and still PRing while recovering from that injury? How does that make you feel?
It felt great. Like, it felt great that I finally, because honestly, like before I got injured, I got so worried. Like I was overthinking. I was like, oh shoot, like this is probably gonna. I thought I was gonna be out for the whole season.
Mm.
It was only a grade one a hamstring strain, but it was getting worse, and I didn't really, it didn't, honestly just didn't seem like it was gonna get any better. I thought that was it. It was kind of like midway into the season, and I was just like, man, I'm gonna be so behind. I'm off track, and I just didn't know where to go. But it felt so good that, like, I did all the rehabbing and stuff, and I came back strong, and that just felt so good to do all that, and just knowing that helped, and I came back strong. That felt amazing. That felt great.
Awesome, man. That's a amazing success story to say the
Mhm.
least.
Yeah.
But what can you do now then that you necessarily couldn't do before?
Mhm. Yeah, I would say just like take care of my body. Like I know what to do now. Like I know what to do for my
Mhm.
body. I know I have the proper structure. I have the right ideas, the right direction, what to eat, how much to sleep, when to train, when to kind of back things off. And
Mhm.
also, like, I know, like, now, like, I kind of know, when my body, is gonna start feeling bad, like before an injury and stuff like that. Like I can kind of like pinpoint those type of things. And yeah, and that's something I couldn't do before. I have like just a better understanding of everything.
Wow. So let me ask you this then, man, right? You joined the program to get faster,
Hmm.
ultimately.
Yeah.
But what's been the biggest unexpected benefit, whether it be mentality, physical, or even just in your relationship?
Hmm. I would say just honestly, like consistency. Like you taught me like really how to like stay consistent and do it over and over and over again every day. Like that's something like I was struggling with. I wouldn't stay consistent with recovering and sleeping and all that stuff, like all those little things. That's something now that like I'm just getting down. Consistency, like is just something that is kind of just I know it's kind of like simple, but that's like one of the benefits like I really like now. I'm super locked in. I'm super focused. Mentally, I'm strong. And yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Man, that's awesome to hear because
Hmm.
consistency is, one of the strongest um that's one of the strongest things that you can have in life. It's what builds momentum. So that's awesome to hear that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So I don't want to keep you too long, right?
Yeah.
So I just ask you a few more things, man.
All right.
If someone is watching this,
Mm-hmm.
Harris, and
Mm-hmm.
they're thinking about joining,
Mm-hmm.
what could you say to them?
Man, y'all should definitely join because it's worth it. It's worth it 100% for sure. I mean, I was completely lost, completely didn't know where to go, and I was just really wondering. Like, I just needed to unlock the speed I had, and just I needed that guidance. But I finally found it. So this program is absolutely worth it. It teaches you the discipline. Like, it teaches you. The stuff like even outside of track, just to be disciplined in life and everything. Like it just helps you succeed and just get better mentally, physically, and yeah. So it's definitely worth it, 100%.
Awesome, man. Those are real kind words. And I
Mm-hmm.
guess we'll leave it with this, right? Because you have a true, a true inspirational story. You're the second athlete that we've had come PR
Mm-hmm.
after, immediately being sidelined and
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
our cross training injury prevention.
yeah.
So let me ask you this, man. What would you say to someone
Mm-hmm.
who's on the fence about speed training or even kind of like battling with injury prevention
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'd say like, oh, you mean like for the joining the program
in general?
in general? Yeah, I mean, like, I guess, I'd say just, I'm sorry. Like, what do you mean? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what advice would you give someone who's kind of just on the fence about speed training and kind
Yeah,
of how that involves injury prevention? Because I guess you could have immediately got
yeah,
hurt and just
yeah,
be like, man,
yeah.
I don't want to keep going in this
Mm-hmm.
program. But you
Mm-hmm.
took the faith on me and my team to
Yeah,
still train and
yeah.
eventually come back and hit a PR the first race.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I would say like just definitely like take that leap of faith and do it for sure because like it's worth it. And I think that like it's gonna teach you like just how to just be like just a better person overall. Like it'll help you like not only on the track, like it just helped me be a better person. And if if you're like down yourself, like this is definitely the way to go. And if you're thinking about it, definitely I think you should commit to it and try it out for sure because it really does help, and the results speak for themselves.
Awesome, Harrison,
Yeah,
man. Thank you for taking this time out, man. Good luck
absolutely.
the rest of this summer, bro. And we'll
Thank
be
you.
in touch.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, peace, man. Have a blessed one.
You too.